I'm asking you today, why is a reminder, and don't interrupt me on this, why is a reminder of nationalism offensive? A tank is a reminder of nationalism. A Kargil War Memorial is a reminder of nationalism. Nationalism is defined as loyalty and devotion to the nation. How is nationalism therefore an abuse? Is it an abuse that when the so-called intellectual brigade stands in opposition to a memorial for Kargil or against a decommissioned tank, they consider nationalism to be an abuse? And I want to know, why is a reminder of nationalism an abuse? I say today, be it over a national anthem ahead of movies, be it over national flags in college campuses, or be it over singing of Vande Mataram, it is time today to bring down this last standing bastion of people who see nationalism as an insult, a burden to carry, that every small instance of it is viewed as an imposition of the right. It is not an imposition of the right. It is an essence that we live with. It is nationalism. I want Professor Paranjave to come in and you will respond to it. And please take a back seat for a while, sir, because you've been dominating so far. Professor, please, thank you.
We don't need to create a false binary here. I think the debate has to be properly defined, and it's very simple. Is the tank really the issue, or is the issue much wider? And I believe the issue is much wider than that. I also believe that patriotism should not and cannot be thrust down the throats of people. But the point I'm trying to make is...
So what harm does the memorial structure
exactly why
for Kargil martyrs do? Who made a big deal of it?
That is precisely my point.
Why are we debating
this on a Sunday? There's no need to make such a big point.
But then why is it being made a big point?
Well,
let
me tell you why. I'm trying to explain.
It's not a binary. It is not a binary.
Exactly.
Okay, between both of you.
My point is that some of these campuses have been left hegemonic, and they have not allowed other points of views to come in. And that is the reason why things have changed so much. And speaking about my learned colleague here and the left movement, no textbook talks about all the atrocities that happened during Stalin, during Mao, and in Pol Pot. The left is not self-critical enough. In fact, the Indian left has not properly denounced Stalin or Lenin or any of their heroes. Mao has not been denounced. Frank de Cotter, sitting in Hong Kong, has written a tetralogy pointing out that more than 50 million people were killed, died unnatural deaths under the Maoist misadventures.
No,
but this is
you
not
can find in the
if you're talking about foreign lands and foreign analysis, I say this to you.
No, I just want to say this is not being taught.
I would say one thing to you.
When we say let's have an open debate,
but I think there are certain presumptions which are...
I'll say one thing simpler to you.
Being properly taught.
I'll make a point simpler. Professor Tanveer.
Can I respond to... Can I respond to Professor Pranjave?
What he's speaking about is that I agree. I agree that today, if you were to say this, I would at least be honest and say there is an attempt to change the narrative. I wouldn't be hypocritical about it and say that the right or the right of center is not trying to change the narrative. The right of center is trying to change the narrative. The question is there a need to change the narrative?